presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season. Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good chunk out of ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really has his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Mayfield on play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from the quarterback. An opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. The Texans say what they do. And I guess we'd like to score a Ricky Rocky start here. Turnover for Walter.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Second down and a run by Robinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's a close to 11 yards there, the 2nd and goal shot. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. The defense, Charles, they broke a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, they have a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On 3rd down, Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy to half number 2.
Yeah, they do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line. We're scoreless after 1. Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. On third down, Robinson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Leads the third down.
That was a big time play by the defense. That was why we were the first down man was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And partner, I know so far we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset. Touchdown, Houston! What first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know the guy's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A good pick up there at 22. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, it looked like it marched to the end zone. Has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down. Because that incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. Touchdown! Well, there you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles will be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Point it right.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So first and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Play fake. Mayfield. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Mayfield off the play fake. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jordan with career touchdown number 75. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. As his man, it's Shakir. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a play fake here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they have a run remaining here as we head to halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And the timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That didn't take long. One play. We're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Mayfield. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. In the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Texans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away from the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. They'll throw now on the final play. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there. And I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we also...
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Brian Robinson Jr., 78 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and through. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Pickens. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 123 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Oh, man, open down the middle of the field. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 36, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Caught that one from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pickens for another catch. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third down, Pickens, that he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Adams. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Going to be intercepted a third time. And a turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, a 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Robinson on a give right side. Down right around the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left down to the 38. Trying to sniff that out defensively. He had it back. He was pretty quickly.
Description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks with all the time manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Robinson. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. That'll be a game of 3rd and 10. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Khalil Shakir. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, it's a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Vikings. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Pickens. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Pickens. And down inside the 15 he goes. 59 yards rushing for the Bills. He's been tremendous all day long. Not totally over for the yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Pickens. And the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop here with 1:07 remaining. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. On 3rd down, Pickens. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Sanders' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll have a quick 1st down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football thrown 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The CD always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Houston, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.